Do you want to create a professional website in seconds with AI? If yes, then you have just found the right video. Because in this video, I'm going to show you how you can create a professional looking website with durable AI. Now, let's not waste any more time and get right into it. So the first thing you want to do is you want to click the link which is down in the description, as it will get you to this website. And here we want to click on generate your website. This will then begin the sign up process. Here we want to describe what type of business I am building. In this case, I am running a web design agency. Then we click on next. Then you want to choose your business location. In this case, it's London in the UK. Then I'll click on next. What is the name of your business? In this case, Modern Development. And then we can click on generate website. So Durable only asks for 3 pieces of information, and you can already see that the website is being generated. So it is very quick. Now when the website is finished, you can see your website is ready, and it asks us to sign up with our account. So in this case, I'll sign up with Google. After you sign up with your Google account or with your email account, you'll be redirected into the website builder, where you can then actually see the website which has been generated. It looks pretty good, but if there's something that you don't like about it, you can just click on customize in the top left corner and then click on regenerate, and here it can regenerate the entire website. So if you don't like what has been generated, you can just change the description of your business. You can change your business name, your location, your website language, and then you want to type regenerate, and then you click on regenerate, and it regenerates the whole content of your website. Now what you want to do, if you like the content that has been generated, you want to actually choose a theme or choose a template for your website. So for that, we click on customize, and then we click on change template. This will now show us various templates that we can use for our website, and after they're loaded, we should see an arrow here to actually view the other themes as well. So as it doesn't show, I'll just click on a theme, I'll click on revert, and now we can see the arrow here. So that could be an error that you might face. And then we can basically browse through these templates and see which one looks good. Now I personally really like this one, so I'll click on preview, and then you can basically preview the template with your content that has already been generated. So now we can see that the website has been almost generated fully, and we can preview the website, and it looks really great. I like that we use a very high saturation colors, because I'm going to change this color later on, and I'll want to have a pink theme, so we'll be able to change that later on. Now I'm going to go with that, so I'll just wait until this is finished, and then I'll proceed with this template. So now after the website has been finished generating, we can click on apply, and it will apply this template to our existing website. So now we can actually change all of this content here. So what we can do, we can, for example, start by editing the header. We just click into the header section, click on the 3 dots, and click on edit website header. Here we can then change the content, so we can change the logo. In this case, it's just a text, which is the name of my business. Then we could change this to a brand or to a file upload. So you could upload a logo image if you have one. Then you can change the site name. You can see it says Modern Development, however it should be Modern Development. Then we can change the font as well. Now I'm not going to do this for the header, because if I change the font just for the header, the font for the whole website will be different. So we want to change the font for the whole theme or for the template, and I'll show you how to do that in just a second. Then we can also add buttons. Now if we click on this right here, it will be moved to the left side, and we can see the button to the right of our header. So we could essentially remove this we could remove this button, or we can also add more buttons. And then we can also change the style of our header. So we can change the colors here by clicking on change, and we could change the colors for our header. Now I don't want to actually choose custom colors for this, because we want to change the theme colors, and so that it actually applies those changes to the whole website. So I'm going to leave this on from theme, and I'll go back, and then we can also do also edit some other settings, like for example the spacing between items, the social icon. In this case it's not showing any, because I haven't added any social media accounts to my business on Durable AI. Then we can also change the positioning, button style, and so on and so forth. For now I'm going to click done. Now we can do the same thing with the other sections as well. So we can click on the three dots, click on edit section, and then we can change the headline, for example, of our website, modern development, or for example the subtext, which would be essentially this right here, and also the button. So if I change this button and I change the link type to, for example, page, I can then select a page to where this button will lead us to. And then we can also choose if the page or the new page should open up in a new tab. So we can really customize this as we want. We can change the grid images, which are these ones right here. We can also change the style. For example, if I change the button style and I choose style 2, the button is different. I'm going to leave it yeah, as it was originally. And we can then also change the grid position, for example, to left, meaning the images will be on the left. We could also choose centered, which means the images will be shown first and then our headline. I'm going to leave it as it was before. And now I'm going to show you how to change the theme settings, because really I could go through each section and show you how to change the things, but I think that is a very personalized matter. So you really need to change that depending on your needs, depending on your business, and whatever you want to have on your website. So let's take a look at some of the customizations. First, we want to actually save the changes so that we can actually access all of the settings. And then we want to go to customize, and here we want to actually change the color palette by clicking on colors. And here we can choose from we see a variety of color palettes that we can use. For example, here is a purple one, which looks pretty great. However, I want to actually create my own. So I'll scroll back up. I'll choose the one which we had before, and I'll click on custom. And here I can now change the colors for each for my color palette. So yeah, I can really choose any colors that I want. For example, I'll choose a purple one. I'll leave the accent as it is. Now you can see this is orange, and as it is not completely black, there is a slight pitch of orange in there. So we want to actually drag this to purple just to make sure that it really complies into my color palette. So then we can change the other colors as well. Accent color, change the color here. Then this one as well, I'll change the accent color, and then this one as well. Now I could also paste in the color code, which I've copied from before, so that I can make sure that my colors are really the same. And when I click on done, I can now see that the colors have changed for my website. Now we obviously see there are some items, for example, the icons here, they are black. We should probably change them to white or remove them completely. But other than that, it looks pretty good. Here we should also change the text to white. So that is how we can change the color palette. We want to now change the fonts. So we go to customize and fonts, and here we can click font packs, and we have a wide variety of fonts that we can use. I personally like to use pop-ins for my own websites. However, you just have to choose whatever fits best to your business. If you have a luxury brand, this font might be probably better. So in this case, I'm going to use pop-ins, as I like to use that for my own projects. And then we can also go to custom and change the font here as well manually. So for example, for headings, we choose, in this case, we have Equestrio, and for the body text, we have Satoshi. But we could change that as we want, or we just leave the pop-ins font pack. So then we click on done. Now I want to show you how to add a favicon or a browser icon, because this is really important. If you're creating your website and your website icon looks like this, it doesn't really look that professional. You want to actually add your own icon. So in order to do that, we want to actually go to customize and then go to other styles. Here we want to scroll down, if you can scroll, and then we want to click on add icon. Here are a lot of icons that you can choose from their library. You can see they're provided by this project here, or you can upload your own icon, which is what I recommend, or you can also choose from your own library. So these are all images that you have previously uploaded through this feature here. In this case, I'll just choose this icon right here, and I'll click on insert. And now we can see we have this icon right here. Now, as this is just an example project, it doesn't matter which icon I use, but I just wanted to show you how you can actually change your browser icon. Then we can also change animations. So for example, we want to have slow animations or we want to have fast animations. You can really see how it fades in. It is fast and now it is slow. I'll keep it at medium, and then we can also choose rounded corners. If you choose none, the images are just without any rounded corners. If I choose large, we see the pixel size has increased of the corner roundings. So I'll leave this at medium and I'll click on done. Now the next thing I want to show you is really important. These are widgets. So we go to customize and then widgets, and here we want to click on cookie notice. Now this is really important if you want to make your website GDPR compliant. So in this case we can just click on it, click on as you see it already applies it, and then we have this cookie consent banner. We can change the message here, we can also change the button and also the style. So for example, change the color and position and so on and so forth. So this is how we add our cookie consent banner. If you click on widgets again and click on add widget, you can also add some other ones, for example a WhatsApp button where for example customers can contact you through WhatsApp. So you can then choose most popular, or you can also search for widgets. So this is how we can add widgets. Now I want to show you some SEO features. We go to customize again and then to keywords. Now if you want to optimize your website for SEO to actually rank on Google, this is really important because here you can add your keywords. In this case, you see there are some keywords that has been added automatically, but if you want to add your own keywords, just click on add keyword, then you just type in the keyword and click on add. And if you want to actually remove them or change them or rank them, so this is the most important keyword, for that you actually need to upgrade your plan. Now I'm going to close this, as I'll show you some SEO features later on as well. Now I want to show you how you can add header and footer code. Now for that we need to click onto pages. If you cannot click into that or click that button, it is because you need to save your changes first. So let's just save the changes, and now that we've saved the changes, we can click on pages, click on manage pages, and here click on the three dots, because here we can actually scroll down and then we see code. So we can add head code and also footer code, so meaning I can add a script. For example, this would be if we would add a Facebook pixel, or if we are using Google Ads or Google AdSense, this is the script that we then want to add into our website. So this is really where you can add this head and footer code. Then I want to show you how we can add new pages. Now we've already clicked on new pages, so we see this right here. If you don't know, just click on pages again and then either create page, or we click on manage pages, because then you can also create a folder first. I'll click on create a page, and then I can choose from a wide variety of pages. We have privacy policy, terms of service, contact page, and so on and so forth. In this case I want to actually create a contact page, so I'll click on it, and now you can see that the page is being created. So I'll give this some time until it's finished. So now that the website has been generated, I can actually edit this content here. What I want to show you is how you can change this background map, because if you click into this section and go to content, you can actually change the address to London. For example, you could choose a specific street, which is basically your business address, and it will then show it in this map right here. So this is really useful if you have a local business. So this is how you can change the background map. Now in order to change the call to action button, so that if someone clicks get in touch, they can actually write you an email. So you want to click onto this button and then click link type and choose email, and here you want to choose your email. So this will be support@mywebsite.com. Now make sure to actually enter in your own domain in here. Then you can also choose if it should open up in a new browser tab. If you choose the link type of email, I usually recommend this. So then this is how we can add this call to action button. Now if the website cannot save, so if you cannot actually click the save button, it is most likely because you've used a feature that is paid. In this case I can click on save. Now I want to show you how you can add terms and conditions to your footer. So in order to do that, just scroll down, click the footer section, and you can actually add some additional details here. So for example, we can add some terms and conditions, and you want to make this a link, so you want to select it and then click on this link, and you can basically enter in the URL, and this is the text which will be displayed, which is the one that we've typed in here. Then the title, which is just something, if you hover over it, it just shows this title. So for example, title here, and open link in the current window. Oh, let's change this. And the URL will be just https, in this case google.com, but you want to actually type in your own URL, which will get the user to the terms of service or terms and conditions page. So I'll click on save. And now if you actually hover over it, we see it says title here. And in the bottom left, you see the Google URL, which is the URL we've typed in. So this is how you can also add links and terms of conditions or a privacy policy into your footer section. Now, if we move this to the left, we actually see that it says made with durable. In order to remove this, you just need to uncheck this, but you can see you need to actually go premium in order to remove this made with durable watermark. Now, we know how your website looks on desktop. We want to actually see how it looks like on mobile. So I'll quickly save the changes again. I'll then want to go to my home page, and here I want to click on preview. Now you can see it says coming soon. It is because we cannot actually access this website right now because it is not published yet, but I can then click on the phone, and now we see how the website would look like on your mobile device or on a tablet. Now unfortunately we cannot actually use this feature because the website has not been published yet. So if I uncheck this preview, we can then edit our website again. So now we know how the website builder looks like. If we now actually click on this home icon, it will get us to the dashboard. Here you can actually start and choose a domain. You can click on customize domain. You can type in your business name, moderndevelopment.net, and then we can see if this domain is available. It is unavailable, but I could choose mymoderndevelopment.com. So I click on get it, and then we need to actually start a paid plan in order to get this domain for free. So I'll close this again. I just want to show you where you can add domains. If you have your own domain already, you can click on use a domain I own. You need to proceed with a paid plan, and then you can add your own domain which you've already purchased, in case you have purchased the domain already. Now I want to show you some settings. So if you click on settings, it shows you the home page. So the home page is actually the landing page that someone gets to or lands on when they type in the URL into their browser. Then we can also add custom code. This is what we've seen before. This is the head code as well as the footer code. And then we have some cage and stuff, but that's not as important. Then I want to show you the analytics. So if we go back to our home, or actually website, we then see our dashboard. So we see visits per day, we see online users, unique visitors. So you wouldn't even need to integrate Google Ads in order to actually get some analytics. Now obviously if you want to get very in-depth analytics, Google Analytics will definitely be helpful, but just with Durable AI you can already get a lot of data. The next feature that they have is actually CRM. I'm going to skip marketing as this is just helps you with your social posts. In your CRM you can actually manage your users or manage the people that have, for example, used a form on your website or try to reach out to you, or also just your customers or clients. The next thing I want to show is invoicing. So if you already have some clients in there or in your CRM, you can also just create an invoice. Now before you do that, you probably want to change some settings. For example, what is the default tax in percentage, then the business number if you have a registered business, and then also invoice items. So this can be a product. For example, let's just say this is service #1, or as we are a web design agency, it is website design. And then the description, we make a good looking website. And then the type, which is an item, and then also the price, for example, $9.97. I'll click on save, and now we have this one service item here. If I go to invoices and create an invoice, I'll obviously need to sign up to a paid plan, but I can then create these invoices as we can see this in this video right here. So the next thing I want to show you is agents. This is really interesting because they are basically AI assistants. So we have an SEO specialist. This is essentially just an AI assistant that, if you enable this, helps you with your SEO. Or what I really like about this is the content strategist. If you enable this, it is basically an AI assistant, which you can already see. This autonomous agent will publish SEO optimized blog posts to boost your search rankings. The next thing I want to show you is business settings. Here, also just type in your business information, your name, describe your business, contact information. You can also add users to your business if you have some employees, and some more settings. I'm not going to go through them, but just click through it and see whatever you need to fill out. And the last thing I want to show you is how you can create a new business. So if you click onto your profile and click on manage, you can see this is our one website, which we have right here. If you have multiple businesses, you can just click on create new business and the whole process starts again. You can create a new website and you can change all of that stuff, which I've just showed you in this video. So I'm going to go to the business which we've created in this video. So to summarize, is Durable AI a great website builder? Should I use it? Well, I personally think it is absolutely great. A couple of years ago, I had to code all of my websites on my own. Therefore, I had to learn HTML, CSS, PHP, and all of these languages. But now that I see you can actually create websites with AI, you don't need to code anything. It is extremely simple. It is extremely easy to change the content on the website. And you even have CRM invoicing tools on the same platform. So that is really awesome. So I personally do recommend this if you want to create a professional website. Now, if you want to get started, make sure to click the link down in the description. It will get you to Durable AI and you can get started right away. If you like this video, make sure to like and thank you for watching.